Hello, and welcome to another week of the Abuse Cartoons live stream. So, we are the day before, well, here we're the day before Christmas, so Christmas Eve here, so maybe getting very close to that where you are, so maybe the day before in some places. But I thought I would try to get a live stream in this week before the holidays, and I'm not sure what's going to happen next week. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what the New Year's plans. So the New Year's holiday is the big family holiday in Asia. So, but Japan celebrates it on the Gregorian calendar, the 12-month calendar. So the December 31st is New Year's Eve here, and so it's not the lunar. I guess it's not the lunar New Year. So we'll see how that goes. I can't promise anything. I'll try to sneak one in. I'll try to get a stream in before then. But so I hope everyone is doing well in the lead up to the holidays. This is a weird one this year. It definitely seems like a lot of people's plans. Whoa, let's change that. A lot of people's plans are being affected by the ongoing pandemic, the eternal, never ending. Yeah, I just noticed something in the archives. Okay, what's going on with that? In the archives, there's no the stream for last week is gone, so I have no idea. Just on YouTube, though. So YouTube did not archive the stream, so maybe they're having more technical difficulties. They've had a bunch recently. They keep saying all their reporting and analytics are wrong. So we'll see. All right. Well, this is just all going to go. So I have no idea what that means. So I'm downloading it from Twitch, and then I'll re-upload it on YouTube to have the complete set. But that'll be a very big pain because I don't have a physical backup anywhere. You know, a local backup anywhere of the stream. I don't record it. I only stream it out. So if it disappears from both Twitch and YouTube, it's gone forever. So I don't know what happened there, but I'll get that back up. Yeah, it was a bit of a shorter stream last week, so I don't know why. And nothing weird, like I wasn't trying to stream Cyberpunk or anything, so I have no idea why it just disappeared. But all kinds of technical glitches recently. Yeah, my other channel, the subscriber count's been going up and down very randomly. Just up and down like about 5 subscribers, just really quickly and randomly, so I think they're having trouble with something. Oh, there's not holes in gingerbread, are there? It's all painted on. Let's see. Yeah, I saw this somewhere. A gingerbread house that was actually just a flat, one flat pane. One flat cookie with a little stand on the back. A little cookie-based stand on the back. So the farce of, yeah, so maybe on the box it looked like one of those complete houses, and you open it up and all you get is a kickstand and a cookie. Alright. Oh, but I finished last night. Yeah, I was up pretty late, and that was, part of the reason I'm slower today. But I finished Cyberpunk 2077 last night on a base PlayStation 4. So the bugs aren't that bad. I maybe had half a dozen. I mean, it's not unplayable. I didn't get it to anything game breaking. The closest I got was I had to go back a save because one of the missions, I left a building before one of the NPCs, so they were trapped inside, and you can't finish the you have to finish the mission by talking to them, and with them stuck inside, that wasn't gonna happen. So that was it. I just had to play through one early mission a second time to be able to finish it, and that was it. A lot of not so pretty looking scenes. A lot of characters got rendered a little weird, or the shadows are just like flickering all over their faces. But I'm really surprised that they even made it playable at all on a PlayStation 4. I mean, I guess because there's not that many PlayStation 5s out there in the wild yet. The install base is much smaller, so they needed to do that. But if they would have just waited another month or so, they could have. I guess they would have missed the holiday season. But yeah, so yeah, I enjoyed the story a lot, and the technical stuff didn't bother me so much. I mean, I think people, because things have been patched and bugs have been, squashed on so many of the open world games. But I remember Skyrim and GTA, all the GTA games, and definitely the Fallout games, the more recent Bethesda versions, being really, really buggy, and having it be disruptive, have things not dramatic scenes not playing out very well because there was some models that were freaking out, or guns are disappearing off of players. You could still shoot them, but you were just holding your empty hands and things. And I guess that Mass Effect Andromeda had a lot of crazy bugs too, so I don't know why people don't remember that. But I also heard people complaining, that we shouldn't be dealing with this. This shouldn't be a flip. What? No. A thing that people just accept, but yeah, who knows? It's got to be such a tug of war between the execs and the developers trying to figure out, the game is not ready yet, it's not playable, we need to have it out. I'm sure those conversations get pretty ugly. Why do I not have the ability to flip this? There we go. That was weird. Alright, now redraw some of this. But there's some really amazing moments in the narrative, so it's definitely worth playing if you get a chance to get it when it's a little more patched and maybe on sale. It's not that long. I was surprised. It was much shorter than I thought, and I did a lot of side quests. I didn't go crazy, but I did enough side quests to get powerful enough to survive the final boss. But yeah, not bad. So you can check out my character and blundering through the tutorials. That's right, through the tutorials. And I watched some other people streaming it, and yeah, those tutorials are not great. It's not, their instructions aren't super clear about what you should be doing. It eventually makes sense, and I think there's a with, at least with the PlayStation 4, I didn't notice this with PC, some strange controller lag. Changing the camera views, like when you're driving, or certain, I'm trying to think of what else, like getting out of cars and things, and also like picking up loot, like the loot function didn't work very well, like where whatever you were supposed to be putting the cursor on to bring up the prompt to loot something was very irregular, so you could never do it in a fight. So if you're out of ammunition and you're like panicking in any way, and trying to pick something up off the ground, a weapon with some ammo off the ground, it's really, really difficult because the hitboxes, or whatever it is, the prompt is so hit or miss and it makes it really hard to what is this? Gingerbread lies. Yeah, it makes it really hit or miss to pick things up quickly or reliably. And then the inventory management is a real pain in the ass too. And I'm convinced at first, and I don't know if my crafting was too low or whatever, but when I was like processing things for parts, you can deconstruct or you can tear down inventory items for parts for crafting. It wasn't, I mean, maybe I was just so overburdened, and I couldn't find the kind of encumbrance little ratio there, the whatever out of 200, or my maximum amount that I could carry. I couldn't find that stat anywhere, but it's breaking down tons of stuff and still overburdened, and so that was weird. So I'm thinking early on it wasn't actually removing those items, or it was taking a while to update to remove those items from inventory, because then I would go back and I would still be slowly walking. I really hate that. I hate and the fact that they made it such that weird looter shooter thing. I think they did the same thing with Last of Us 2. Is there's so much junk to pick up, and you need to do it because it's healing and ammunition. So you're just running around, and it's a little bit immersion breaking, because you go into somebody's apartment to get a job, or you're going to a Ripper Dock to get something installed, and you're just like randomly looting items while they're talking to you, like walking around. I guess it's it's a video game trope, like breaking barrels, but it's a little weird that you're doing that. But it's a very weird kind of hybrid of a very poorly executed kind of GTA style game, and then something more like a wonky Deus Ex. Hey, 90 Circle. Nice. Excellent. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the message. My French friend. Yeah, so happy holidays to you, and take care, and keep doing what you're doing. I hope you're doing well. I hear Europe is, at least the UK is back in lockdown, so Europe is not having an enjoyable holiday. But thanks for the message. Like a wonky, the shooting of kind of Deus Ex, and the not so great stealth, and then all the kind of hacking and viewing things on this cyber level, through your deck, and distracting people and stuff, and all of it is like executed okay. I think, like, more than anything, the characters are the best part, and I didn't think that when I was first watching the early trailers and things. It seemed very annoying. Like, a lot of the characters seemed really annoying, but they do really good things with everybody. And some really poignant death scenes, and it's good stuff. But the problem, like a lot of those games that have conversation choices and kind of branching narrative and conversation, is that the emotions of a conversation, or the tone of a conversation, kind of snap back and forth, because they'll leave options in there. So you get to this emotional level, or this like quiet or sad moment, and then it snaps back into some bitchy, like, so how many, how much are you going to pay for this, or whatever. So it you get a little bit of whiplash in the tone of a lot of the scenes, which I guess is expected, unless they did something where they had an algorithm or whatever, like rating like where the emotion of a scene was, and like removing options. But then you would probably get into a lot of dead ends, where you can't get out of, or you can't you would just miss too many things that would for completing quests or continuing storylines. But that was a little weird, because there were some good moments, and then immediately you'd be forced to choose another option in the conversation to continue things, and it was a totally like wrong tone, or like the change that happened in the previous conversation didn't make it into the next line. So it's a little crazy. But it's not amazing. I think I enjoyed The Witcher 3 a lot more, as far as finding out what the what quests you were going to be dealing with, and the drama, the kind of the story between a lot of the characters unfolded in a really interesting way. Like you're more detective and investigating things. Here in Cyberpunk, you're just a mercenary looking for jobs and doing random stuff. There's a little bit of investigation. You've got this like cyber vision, like an AR that overlays on everything, where you can analyze stuff that's going on, like tire tracks or dead bodies or whatever, and sometimes you get clues to what's going on, or you need to uncover something to advance the missions. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't amazing. I think I was more impressed by a lot of the things that Red Dead Redemption 2 was doing, or like I said, Witcher 3. But I recently played the Re-Reckoning, the Kingdoms of Amalur, that kind of one-off failed game by the kind of all-star team that Kurt whatever. Hey, thanks for the follow. Metrics love, thanks. Hey, what's up, Metrics? Thanks for the appreciate the follow. And yeah, so just talking a little Cyberpunk 2077. So I started that game on stream. It randomly switched over to gaming on this stream after I finished my cartoons 2 weeks ago, and it was too buggy. And I think there's a lot of like really weird scenes to sit through. A lot of the weird romance stuff to sit through on stream is not very interesting. But hey, Light, thank you so much for the follow. Good. Yeah, things are nice and quiet. So, and not so cold. It warmed up a little bit, so that's good. We're not going to be snowed in. So, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, but a weird, quiet holiday season. We're not, visiting anyone. No one's visiting us. Everyone's holiday sheltering at home. So smaller scale. So hope it's better for you. Hope it's at least safe and you can enjoy some friends or family, even against the wishes of local authorities. But yeah, so yeah, it was an enjoyable story, and I was surprised the difficulty level. I just played normal. I wasn't sure. You never know going in. The best difficulty to kind of do your first run through on, because easy usually is ridiculous, and normal should be how the game is intended to be played, but normal seemed a little easy. There were some very difficult, very gotcha deaths, like landmines and exploding gas tanks and things, but overall there wasn't. I never felt like I was outclassed by enemies, and I don't think I didn't really grind too hard for XP to make it that much easier. I think I kind of followed the course, and I always felt kind of overpowered. I guess if you're really vigilant with picking up stronger and stronger weapons, you're pretty overpowered. But so I'm talking Cyberpunk 2077 and drawing Christmas cartoons. Yeah, but I hope everyone is doing well on this lead up to the holiday, and at least you can take it easy and try to forget this year. Spend some time to decompress and look forward to hopefully better days. Yeah, it just seems relentless. Oh, but I saw that they delisted Cyberpunk from the PlayStation Store, so you can't buy it digitally anymore. And I wonder how that's going to work. Like, will they ever put it... Like, when do they determine that it's patched enough or, like, bug-free enough that it's not game-breaking? Like, Sony determines that? Like, who is going to make that call for when that game is available again? So I might have to find myself a physical copy. Yeah, just so I can have that. And I wonder, because that what's burned on a disc is so unplayable without a bunch of updates, I wonder how fast that will hit the discount bins, the physical copies, especially in Japan. that will be interesting. So I'll keep an eye out for those. uh, but yeah, interesting. There was some really. I had watched a few lore videos about the cyberpunk setting, the Mike Bondsmith RPG setting that this game is based on, and this is like kind of 40 years in the future of where the game has gotten to. So they did the same. It's the same kind of trick that they did with The Witcher. They went beyond the books. So, spoilers, in the books, The Witcher dies, and the game starts with a kind of a resurrection of that character. So, because they're not going to be stepping on any established storylines or established, history, they can have a lot more freedom writing that game, which I think was a good idea. So they did the same thing with Cyberpunk 2077, because Cyberpunk Red is, I think, 2030. So they're well into the future still of the game, and so they're referencing things that happened, like historical events or lore that happened in the game as part of this game's story. So that was fun. There was some little bits in there, but yeah, that was oh yeah. So there were some really nice details that they didn't talk about very much, but they talked about the black wall, this kind of barrier that had been put up to block hostile AI, because basically in the future there are on the net there are kind of rogue, I guess it's like a massive firewall or something. So the black wall is keeping out these like hostile AI programs from the net, but there people are interacting with it, and people so it reminded me a little bit of Game of Thrones, the wall in Game of Thrones between the keeping the White Walkers away. They hinted at that kind of story, which is very interesting. That would have been fun to see them pursue that. And this program where they were offering Rich, I guess Arasaka, the big bad corp in this timeline, offered wealthy people to have their engram, like have a copy of their consciousness hosted on this like satellite server. And that was one of the things that you end up sabotaging, or depending. I in the story that I got, the storyline I got. But yeah, it was enjoyable. There's some nice lore things in there. Overall, you can't think too seriously about the setting for cyberpunk, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's all criminals and corporations, and like, where are people in this? Like, where are actual people that would be the victims of the crimes or the customers of the corporations? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, a corporation cannot totally exist by providing for its employees. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little odd. The setting is a little juvenile and a little odd, but it's all style, so it makes for an interesting visuals and weird kind of culture mashups and things. But yeah, so the setting was fun to explore, and story was fun to follow, and the characters were good. So I think they I don't know exactly what happened, because I don't understand the dumbed down kind of Grand Theft Auto mechanics, and people have been ripping that game off for so long. You think they would have gotten it right by now. You think that it would be an easy thing to emulate, but they did not do a great job. The driving is garbage. The just a lot of like things that Grand Theft Auto 5 like has down, or even like without the cars and things, Red Dead Redemption has down as far as quests and stuff. But yeah, they had a lot of weird stuff that should have been mechanics that could have been easily dealt with. But the guns were fun. I didn't like having such a huge amount of weapons to go through, but there was some really fun. By the time you get to the tech, like, you get some cyberware that lets you link to your weapons, and you can do some interesting things with aim and stuff once you have linked weapons. And there's tech weapons too that have like burst modes and stuff that were pretty fun once those got rolling. And if you just collected a bunch of low-level stuff and broke it down, like doing that nightmare inventory management, you could build you could craft a lot of your own ammo and med kits. So I always had like triple digit ammo pretty easily, like mid triple digit ammo pretty easily from just my low level crafting. I didn't put any points into crafting at all, and it went pretty well. All right. Yeah, so I stayed up way too late for that, and then I was wondering what was going to happen. You couldn't skip the credit sequence, and the credit sequence is literally like 30 minutes. It's really long. It's crazy, crazy long. And I didn't know what the options were. Like I suppose I could have checked online, but I didn't know what the options were for what you can do with your character, if you can continue in the world or whatever, because a lot of things have changed depending on the ending you get. A lot of things changed, but they let you go back. And so I was waiting and waiting, just endless. It was all the localization, every language, every song, every musician credited. It was just this interminable, this insanely long credit roll. What is that? Yeah. Just rolling credits at the end. But they did a neat thing. I wish they could have continued it throughout, but people in the game, like NPCs that you did jobs for, had some link to, got in touch with you at the end of the game, kind of maybe just kind of encouraging you to finish up the jobs, the leftover jobs in your little journal there. But yeah, so storylines that you didn't progress, or characters you didn't romance or anything, ended up getting in touch and like just leaving messages and kind of like finalizing some little story points. So I wish they would have done a little bit more of that. I would have enjoyed, if they had a huge amount of those that they could roll through instead of just maybe like 4 or 5. And then the long list of Polish names. But yeah, I think that game really suffered from its hype. I think that just keeps happening. That games are overhyped and start to overpromise, and then when the game actually comes out, nobody gets the miracle that they expected. I mean, this is a very derivative game in a setting that's not particularly fresh. It's got a lot of stuff you've seen before, and it draws a lot from. There's a lot of Blade Runner in it, in as far as the setting and the traffic signals, the crosswalks do that don't walk voice, so very reminiscent of Blade Runner. They don't do it in other languages. I think that's just whatever your game setting is. But yeah, it has a lot of derivative stuff that isn't amazing. But it was cool to see Cyberpunk though in the daytime. I think that was because everybody is always thinking of a rainy city at night. Neon and rain at night in a urban setting is very cyberpunk, and this was nice to see a whole day to night cycle. And there were some really beautiful things they did with sunrise, like dawn and sunset scenes, so they took advantage of that. But there also was a lot of rain and fog. So the noir came across a lot too in Night City, which is a terrible name for a city. But yeah, so I should check how many hours it took, but I kind of crushed through it on just normal, and with the corp character. Yeah, well, you can see the character if you look at 2 weeks ago's live stream archive. You can see the character. Um, but yeah, it was enjoyable. It's not amazing, and I guess everybody needs amazing now. But it was a nice thing at the end of this terrible year. It was a nice thing that actually came out. And, if they keep supporting it, if they don't lose so much money from refunds or lawsuits or whatever, and can keep their stock value doing okay and actually invest in some DLC like they did for Witcher 3, I would definitely keep coming back to the game every time there's DLC released. So it would be fun. Yeah, it would be fun to keep at that. But we'll see. And I wouldn't mind trying the PC version too once the price goes down a little bit. So maybe once DLC comes out, if they have any deals, I'll get back into it and do another run through as a street punk or a nomad. Yeah, it wasn't... Oh yeah, that was... So the driving was bad, but driving in the desert at night was the worst. Because you'd hit like a rock or some invisible cactus or whatever and just, come to a pounding stop. And the roads are impossible to follow because they're just like dirt paths. Yeah, driving in the desert at night is the worst. But I think the very worst part of driving is if you can't get the camera angle to switch and you're stuck in that first person perspective. The dashboard and your steering wheel, you literally have like this strip, like you're driving a tank. You have a strip of visibility from the windshield and too much of the interior of the car, so you can't see anything. It's so frustrating. There was something that I couldn't get the camera to switch, and it was a mission, so I just had to do the driving completely first person manually, and it was terrible. That was a really bad choice. Yeah, and it's weird too. They stuck with first person, and because it seems like they make a really big deal in the kind of climax scene of showing you your character in third person. So I don't know. Oh yeah. And that was the one other thing that I really thought was a missed opportunity. There was something there, and maybe people had a lot of good ideas for it, but it got squashed by the suits, by the corpos at CD Projekt. But you can see your character. There's many bathrooms with mirrors, or many of these like weird electronic mirrors where you can see your character. They really screwed up because you can't see, like they describe sometimes your hair is missing, or if you have a hat equipped, it is or is not there. But it sometimes it comes at these moments of like self-reflection, no pun intended, but when you're like looking at yourself, and they give you this like list of like smile, sneer, scowl, these things that you can't really tell if the characters are doing or not. But I really think they missed a chance to have some interesting like conversation, like be questioning yourself, or have these moments where you could have this quiet kind of contemplation, like looking in the mirror. And especially if the character like sustained injuries, or you progress the character, so the further you got into this, like your cyberware was more apparent, like you could just see your miscolored eyes, or more things that you implanted, you changed. That would be very interesting, as every time you looked in the mirror you looked a little different, a little more worn, a little more injured, and kind of questioning, what am I doing, why am I doing this, would have been a little more impactful. And kind of they missed a kind of dramatic opportunity there. That would have been a nice device for a little storytelling and a little bit of a way to get you, instead of just seeing what the shirt you have equipped looked like. It would have been a nice way to kind of get you more connected to your character. But yeah, it was it could have been really cool, but it just was nothing. It was just I guess a way to satisfy the people that wanted third person, because you do have a ton of gear and you are equipping a ton of stuff on your character, and most of it in the inventory screen you see it. So most of the time it's good that you can't see your character, because you look like a total homeless mental patient fashion nightmare. Yeah, it's very odd. Because if you just equip stuff for the spec, for the stats, then yeah, you you look ridiculous. You've got a fedora and a plastic tank top and camo, combat vest, and yeah, it doesn't have any. I mean, there are outfits, kind of more matching, mostly military or corp stuff, but yeah, for the most part, you just look like a nut. Ooh. But yeah, that was a really missed opportunity, and I think that there probably was something there that they just didn't execute on. So that's too bad. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mean, I definitely wanted to play it, and was thinking a lot about that setting because of the RPG, but I'm not sure if I would recommend it because it's not that satisfying. The story's fun to get through, but it's a bit of a frustrating progression. You feel a lot of cheap, bugs and stuff were responsible for a lot of character deaths, and they do a really terrible job. The other kind of failed Grand Theft Auto thing is the police. The police, like, you get the wanted status and you're reported. There's warrants put out for your arrest, and then just all of these police just spawn in and start shooting rockets at you or whatever. It doesn't have that nice build that GTA has as your wanted level goes up, and more and more. Then SWAT teams start arriving, and then helicopters with snipers, and it didn't feel like that. It just felt like this crazy, and maybe because the level jumps so fast, it just felt crazy and kind of nonsensical. And so, yeah, not very satisfying. But and at the same time, it would be like a GTA if the cops were like a constant threat, and you could always be arrested and lose some money by breaking the law. But then you assist the police. Like, there's all this like opportunity to assist police and take down dangerous criminals and cyber psychos or something. I forget what they called them. And some of those scenes were pretty gruesome. I just ran across one. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll do this for the XP and maybe some decent loot. And the character had a pile of dead bodies that they were burning in the trash, and just like corpses everywhere. And then I go around this dumpster, and this maniac attacks me. And after I beat him, I walk back to where he was, and there's just this pile of bodies that he's burning, his victims. And it's pretty detailed. It's like pretty graphic. So a lot of blood and guts. Yeah, so there's a lot of blood and guts and a lot of like random nudity and things in the game that I don't think it make it very streamer friendly. Oh well, no. Last week I didn't stream at all, so I have no idea why my stream disappeared last week. But I'm uploading as we speak. Uploading the one from last week. I have no idea why it didn't make it. That might have to be, I don't know. That might be something I need to do, because I can trim it in Twitch and then download it and maybe re-upload it. So my channel isn't all. That might be good for views too. So my channel isn't only the live streams. Upload some slightly edited archive versions. All right. So yeah, I've been doing Christmas cartoons. So once we do the comments, I'll go back through if you want to see some of the previous cartoons of this month. So I do that sometimes for Halloween or Christmas. It's just once we get into October or December, I'll just every week do kind of, the theme it around the holiday, because there's always a lot of, depressing holiday feelings and thoughts. So a lot of that exists. So I hope your holidays will not be depressing and actually be enjoyable and a good chance to be distracted, eat too much, and visit family and friends instead of avoiding them. Yeah, there was in Japan here, they recently, a panel of physicians kind of got together and discussed the situation, the pandemic situation in Japan, and they were being very serious because in the headlines in the news, they have like a 20%. They're talking about they have a 20%. Uh, quit. What is it? I can't think of the word. Nurses walking off the job. About 20% of the nurses here just leave because of the stigma of being frontline care, pandemic worker, health worker in this situation. They're having their children are having being discriminated against because your mother is in contact with dangerous things, and why are you coming to school? Because she comes home and then you come to school. So there's a lot of discrimination against the workers. So some of it's just getting to them, and they're not getting any hazard pay or anything, any additional support. They're just doing this job, and a lot of them are just not a lot of them. 20% of them are just walking away. So the government here has had to deploy military nurses to staff some hospitals because the hospitals are getting to capacity and under staffed. So yeah, it's not. And so they're saying this is a serious thing. This is not going well, and people that are at risk from the complications of this sickness are not getting great health care. And then the other thing that they're arguing is, and people with cancer and heart disease and everything else are being ignored because the priority right now is testing for a certain virus. So yeah, I don't know. It's really really sad and not going away. And countries that thought, like I think Korea, maybe even Sweden, like South Korea, Sweden, some of the countries are like, yeah, we handled this okay, we're kind of past the worst, and then it just comes back. Like they kind of suspected that once the winter and everyone's mucosal linings dry up, they're going to be more vulnerable to viruses, airborne viruses, or spittle-borne viruses. I forget what they say. The spitting, the drinking, and the singing, and the spitting are all your dangerous dangerous parts. Okay, let's take a look, just for a little change of scenery. Take a look at the comments for last week, and I'll run you through some of the some of the previous Christmas cartoons of this month. So here we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the 22nd was Unattended Open Flames. I guess yesterday. Unattended Open Flames were a time-honored, death-defying holiday tradition. Nice, 17 likes. That was actually one of mine. A lot of wonderful people in the chat have been writing beautiful poetry that I've been using in some of the cartoons. We're going to lockdown in Ontario on Boxing Day, so I won't be leaving anything unattended. Ed, my Canadian friend. By the way, happy holidays, Mr. Lambros. Am I logged in? Yeah, I must be logged in. Nice. I'm famous for being absent-minded. That's why I never use candles. Yes. Unattended candles. Great. I don't know if it's too dangerous to reply. I guess the chat or the comment section's gotten much nicer on Go Comics than it was previously. There's a lot of angry people before they did the subscription kind of premium stuff. So maybe it's safe to reply back. We'll see. But Ed is one of my most wonderful commenters and readers. I should probably reply to him. I'll think about it. I'll give it some thought. All right, the 17th. The delivery process killed any holiday spirit the packages may have contained. Oh, there we go. 12 likes. They've had their insides pulled out. Oh, is this everything? Okay. Does that mean they're gutless? Oh, that's good. Gutless. There was always the anticipation, though. My shift's over already. I just want to get out. Throws packages on the pavement. Yeah. I'm sure that's what's going on. I can't imagine, being having to deal with Amazon delivery and stuff for a job. A gift I bought and had sent to someone from Amazon was returned. From what I gathered, the delivery person didn't feel like delivering it. Jeez. Yeah, I think there's a lot of that. It's just like people are overworked because Amazon is just kind of, you know, piggybacking, riding on top of this delivery business, and they've pretended like they're going to start their own to kind of take the weight off of it. But they just, UPS and the Postal Service are just hugely overburdened by people ordering, a measuring spoon or a single paperback novel that's put in a big box, sealed on a sealed in plastic on a piece of cardboard, and then put in a big box just to fit that whatever their standard shipping size is. And those people just have to deliver a ton of stuff, and people have a lot of working families, so nobody's home. Now they have leaving packages unattended. People are stealing the packages. It's just a nightmare, and Amazon doesn't care because the secret to Amazon is online retail is not their core business. They don't care how badly their online store is run because they make all of their money from doing the back end for Netflix and everything else that's on the web. So Amazon's money and their profit is not based on this half-assed shop that they're running that now everyone is desperately in need of for like basic. They're probably ordering toilet paper and basic food stuff from Amazon now during this quarantine time, and Amazon still doesn't care. They still don't think it's even necessary to work any of the bugs out. Yeah, it's really depressing. Okay, let's go back a few more. Oh, there's some really bad cutting of. I gotta zoom in on my shadows a little bit more. There's some really bad cutting on some of those shadows. Letters to Santa this year read more like cries for help. That was for December 15th. December 10th. The naughty list just seemed like more fun. I just found a oh, yes. I need to reply to. I'm so sorry. I just found I get an insane amount of spam on my phone in Japan because I don't do what Japanese people do, where their email address or their email address account is so long. They go maximum characters. So you see like sleepy Mr. number 25 dash Tokyo .00157. Like they have these insane, because I guess the spam here is really aggressive, and they'll just run every possible combination of an email address, and then once they get one that doesn't bounce back, they just hit it. They just pound on it. But it's already buried here. I got a message from someone that bought a piece of art from me way back in the distant. Oh my god, the spam is insane. I can't even get to someplace where there's no spam. Elizabeth Poole. So I got a message from Elizabeth Poole, and I just found this, so I need to reply. Oh, and this was back in. So originally, they got in touch in 2011, so 9 years ago, to buy something. And this is from the 11th, so I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. If you see this at all, I'm so sorry. I will get back to you, and of course, I now have blown it. It's Christmas Eve, so nothing can arrive before Christmas. But I would like to. I'll get back in touch with you. So thank you so much for writing, and thank you for the original purchase. That was really wonderful. And I'm sorry that the only message I received, it didn't go to any of my other addresses, only my cell phone mail. So sorry about that. I will reply to you soon. And so thank you so much for getting back in touch after so long. And Merry Christmas. I hope that you're having a good holiday, and I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to help at all with any gifting, if that was the intention with your message. So I'm really sorry about that, and I'll be in touch soon after the stream. I'll give you a reply. But so sorry about that. That just popped into my head, so I'm glad I thought of that. And it's because she asked about the in her message asked about this naughty list cartoon. Yeah, the naughty list just seemed like more fun. Oh, all right. So December 8th. No matter the size, their problems and marshmallows disappeared over a hot cup of cocoa. So that wasn't even mine. That was written by one of the wonderful, wonderful people in chat. And an odd calories never counted during the month of December. Well, I think somebody in the comments said that was a Kathy joke, which is funny. Yeah, Kathy. Is that still... Is that strip over? Is it still going? I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if there is Kathy. Kathy cartoons. Yeah, she got married or something, didn't she? The character, the cartoon character. December 1st. So no one recalls the exact moment when LEDs canceled Christmas lights. Oh, so these poor incandescent bulbs have nothing to do. Oh, a little more holiday. Always measure whipped cream with your heart, not the suggested serving size. Whoa, yeah, that's right. So this wasn't my joke, and God, I got 37 likes. Yeah, that's really funny. So good job, Sedona. I think that was, yeah, I'm pretty sure that most of these last ones were. Yeah, so a little bit of pumpkin pie. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving jokes too. Cranberry sauce could never escape her canned food beginnings, or the shape. Yeah, so running through a little bit of holiday jokes. Yeah, there we go. So many fine inkjet cartridges gave their lives for the holiday photo printing frenzy. Look at those empty cartridges. Yeah, I don't even know how to draw inkjet cartridges. Yikes, what's this? Some gifts bordered on child abuse, or at least corruption of a minor. Nice. 11 likes. Oh, 2008. So this is definitely a marker-drawn cartoon, as you can see. It's not digital. The coloring is digital. Everything has been done in Photoshop from the very beginning. But originally the drawing was just on white paper, like A4 paper with a Sharpie. And then scanned in and colored. But scanning has become such a pain. I switched over to just doing it. Because Photoshop abandoned the Twain acquire process for operating scanners, so you scan something directly into Photoshop, so you always have to use whatever the manufacturer's scanning software is, and a lot of it's very hit or miss, so I just kind of gave up on bringing things in through a third-party software. When I couldn't bring them straight into Photoshop, I just switched to digital only. That became too annoying. Without the need of a twist tie, the Ziploc bag was free to imagine, containing all sorts of exotic substances. Is that a pot joke? There's 12 years ago. I love this. I keep getting this. This is a very recurring comment. There is a comic called Domestic Abuse. Yeah, people have said that multiple times. That's probably the most common response. It's like, why? What? Sending cheese through the mail was always an uncomfortable process. Look at that cheese. The umbrella was so portable, he bordered on miniature. All right. Couple more randoms. See if we find some other mean comments. It's my favorite part. Oh, a graduate degree did not warrant so much library violence. 2006 I think was the first year that I appeared on the syndicator's website, so it took a while for the and to their credit, it really has been the discovery on their site has gotten so much better. People have been able to find my cartoon very easily. So that's nice, because I think early on they didn't quite have that down, and they're still working on their ad model and everything. So they added the subscription, the kind of premium subscription on Go Comics, and then things really started to take off as far as the ad model and everything. Yes, a pack of chewing gum just didn't need this level of purchase documentation. Yeah, and so if you've noticed too, I always do the almost out of paper pink line on any receipt, because all receipts in the world are printed on that last meter or two of receipt paper. CVS receipt. All right. Dreams and hopes. Oh, they began to seriously worry about their company's future. So, garbage for their hopes and dreams, or receptacles for their hope. Uh-oh. Together they found a deeper connection than Bluetooth. All right. And, without a tracking number, the package did and did not exist simultaneously. There's a, Schrodinger's cat, joke. All right. Well, I'm not sharing. All right. And here we go. Abandoned New Year's resolutions created strange debris. Yes, all the things that you purchase for lifting and reading. The other diet pills, I don't know. Supplements. All right. Tofu refused to admit any relationship. Yeah, that was a one from not very long ago, from this summer. Yeah, so a lot of times when it's a little bit easier, maybe that's why I use the crutch of the holiday theming, but it's a little bit easier to come up with things when I'm kind of limited to my choices. So a lot of the times, sorry, just a sec. So a lot of the times I'll just start doodling and try to come up with something that kind of inspires. Sometimes I'll come to the stream with at least a joke idea or an image or something that I wanted to put into a cartoon, but that's becoming more rare. So a lot of times the stream process, and sometimes that's why the streams are so long, is because it takes me so long after drawing boxes and kind of warming up my hand and getting the touch of the tablet sensitivity down, because this tablet that I'm using at home is a bit different from the one that I have at my office. Much less sensitivity, and the pen is different. It's a very different shape. This is just a very thin, very short pen, and the standard kind of Wacom pen is much chunkier, so it's a different feel. It feels like a very different tool. So less sensitivity, so I kind of have to tune myself to that because I've gotten used to the other one. And this is the smaller home version, the travel edition. But all right. Yeah. So, okay, one more. Nothing else to do. 2015, yeah, that looks pretty digital. Whatever kept colors bright and white's white was completely beyond their understanding. 6 years ago. I'm logged in, right? Yep. All right. So very bright colors. Okay, let's switch back to the drawing and do some coloring. Oh, actually, let me step away for a second. My daughter is home for the holidays, and let me step away for a second and make sure she's doing okay. So I will be right back. Just give me 1 minute. for the break there. Oh, I gotta get the microphone back. All right, so we'll get some stuff colored here. And I'll try to make sure, I zoom in. The ones from last week, there's some pretty bad editing for the... where's that color? There we go. For the shadows, I left some little artifacts I shouldn't have. Be a little bit lighter. A little bit warm, or... yeah, brighter. Yeah, that kind of ivory color. Something like that. Maybe something a little bluish gray. Sure. Then I need that cardboard, that raw, dull cardboard color. There we go. Oh, and I guess that's the... oh no, I'll make it the not the underside. That would be too boring. I'll make this the top of... there we go. The wrapping paper, put some pattern on it maybe. Not like that. In the tape, there we go. And yeah, maybe some red for the tape dispenser. There we go. Yeah, this should be everything. So let me do a layer. I'll put some little holiday squiggles on the wrapping paper. Maybe I'll go back with like a gold color too. And something kind of golden orange. Yeah, I started to... I stopped making the mistake, finally, of coloring this... oh, maybe a little darker. Or doing the color picker on a different monitor. I was doing that for a while, and I was picking colors that did not... were not at all what I... because the tablet and the monitor have very different gamma settings and everything, so it was very unfortunate. Oh, I'm not doing the mask here, so I'll kind of make this work a little bit better, like it's actually going off the page. There we go. Now it looks a little bit more like a wrapping paper pattern. And then I can pull that down a little bit so it looks more printed. Oops, more printed on the paper itself, not just like bright and floating on top. And then the shadows on top of that will go even further to convincing you that it's actually on that paper. All right. So here's my little shadowing. So you can see it's just a very standard. I'm just trying to put these things on top of each other, like in a space that makes sense, so that it's a little more believable. So things just don't seem like they're floating. I mean, some of the angles give you a little bit of convincing that these things are in this space, the perspective, but sometimes that's pretty wonky, so I don't want to have you rely only on that. So I don't know what I want to do. The wrapping paper, just maybe some shiny highlights would work. We'll see. Yeah, that might be good. Yeah, something like that. The last of the Christmas... well, sometimes I do after Christmas cartoons, but the last of the Christmas cartoons for this year. Yeah, I didn't do Christmas cards this year. I didn't do anything this year. Very lackluster creative output. Which are just about everything. it's really hard. And I've talked to, creative people I've talked to have said the same kind of thing. It's just like, what's the point? This isn't, it doesn't feel necessary. You'd feel that. That's the surprising thing about this whole situation, this whole pandemic situation, is when this first started happening, it felt like, okay, so maybe some good things will come out of this, and maybe people can focus on the things that really matter and take care of each other and start and actually care about each other, and do things that have more meaning, that aren't so just aren't frivolous or just for money or whatever. And that proved absolutely opposite of what happened. Is this was just an opportunity for power grabbing and to destroy small competitors in any kind of markets. I mean, we're going to be on the other side of this with Amazon having a massive advantage in a retail space that they don't even really care about. That's the thing that's so hysterical, is they're getting this gift given to them and they could basically care less. All right. So, oh yeah, I should do some little maybe logos scribbled on the boxes as well. So I had one person tell me at a comic convention, "Oh, I'm so glad that you draw these objects, these like very recognizable everyday objects, and you don't feel like compelled to put little faces on them." And then he saw the little eyes that I drew on everything. And he felt, I don't know how bad he felt, but he thought that was pretty embarrassing, I suppose. Or yeah, that was really funny. The trying to give me a compliment and then saying, "Oh, you are one of those people." Basically realizing I am one of those horrible people that puts little faces on things. All right. So they are in a dire wrapping situation. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. So is that enough detail? Yeah, I think that's enough. Little. Oh yeah, so I gotta find that orangey brown that reads gingerbread. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Gingerbread contains no ginger. It's called ginger because of the color of the other ingredients, the cinnamon and nutmeg or whatever goes into gingerbread. So that's very funny, because I think, oh no, brighter is better, but there's something a little bit wrong. Let's see. No, yeah, that bright orange is the color. Maybe a little bit different colored guy. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, this is going to be like a film noir kind of murder mystery gingerbread thing. I have no idea where this is going. Nice. Someone stuck his nose in too far to something he shouldn't have known. All right. Yeah. That'll work. Whoa. What am I doing? Wrong layer. Okay, so let's see how these look. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the click is not very sensitive, or I'm tapping the tip to get a mouse click, and sometimes that just is not doing the trick on this tablet. There we go. I don't know if this is going to be well, all these cartoons are in really bad taste, but I don't know if this is going to Uh, yeah, I think I want to maybe extend these shadows. Let me first kind of block these in to get a sense. But yeah, I think I want to really extend these shadows, kind of film noir style. Yeah, so it has that kind of effect. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So maybe this way a little bit. See if this works, just to make it a little more dramatic, so I get across my stupid idea here. All right. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to read. We'll see. More coffee. All right, so I'll put these behind the shadow, and then I might have to dig some of them out. Okay, so... Okay, I think I know how to do this here. I think I'm going to do like a... three-dimensional thing. And give it a little thin stroke. So it stands out just... Yeah, like that. Maybe not black, though. Oh, I don't know. Black is okay. Yeah, black is working okay. And then I think I have to do some shadowing on top of that. All right, so if I keep everything on this layer, so here's the magic of... Oops. Yeah, here's the magic of Photoshop. Okay, stop doing whatever you're doing. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. So as long as I keep that layer effect and keep drawing on this layer, I will get that same stroked line. So I'm literally drawing with white, and it's coming out as a stroked... See? It's coming out as a stroked... yeah, so... Yeah, I'm not going to put a face on it. All right. Yeah, I kind of want to put more color on this, but actually making it kind of, monotone might work as well. So let's try that. I don't know. Is that working? Is that just too bizarre? We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, so I hope everyone's situation is good. Around this season. Yeah, it just seems really like we're not going to get a break. None of this stuff is going away anytime soon, and I'm just becoming more and more suspicious of people's bad intentions and kind of opportunism related to maybe this. Related to all the orders people are being asked to follow. I don't know. Just hate the amount of distrust that's going on now, because just there's not a good people aren't doing a good job of authorities, like people in positions of power are not doing a very good job letting us know what's going on. So it just makes people feel worse and worse. Oh yeah, I want to put some shadows on this frosting to kind of, yeah, put it on there a little bit more. There we go. So see, just a couple of little layers, and I quickly shortcut, what would have been a lot of extra drawing. So if I would have done this frosting and then had to fill it in, and then so I saved a couple of steps just by just by using that one simple layer effect. And I will never be doing tutorials because my process is so random and so improvised that I don't think I've ever done anything the same way twice, which you could probably tell from my cartoons. So yeah, maybe I should put eyes on this gingerbread, but maybe not on the head, so it's, there we go. All right. The facade of the gingerbread neighborhood. Yeah, that's getting a little weird. All right, so wrapping and gingerbread. That's what we're doing. So I apologize. I usually have something from a convenience store to share with you, and I was hoping I didn't know how I was going to make it work, just because of the timing. But in Japan, they love. Oh, that's what we can do. So instead of so writing is kind of the last phase of doing these cartoons, and so I just try to break it up with some random things. So let's see. Oh, sorry. What we can find as far as KFC Japan commercials. Maybe this will get me. There we go. Yeah, I just want the commercials. I don't want commentary. That's the. Okay, here we go. So here's last year. So let me switch over to something where I can show you. Oh, I guess I can just do the comments section. Okay, so let's switch over real quick. So here's just a quick YouTube search of... Oh, yeah, so I was showing someone else's lovely channel. Oh, that's right. So this was... Wow, this was last year. Oh, no. It's 2019 still. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not. It's 2020. It's 2021 soon. So they did Pokemon last year at Christmas too. That's funny. And here is Universal Studios Japan. They do a big Mickey. This is Mickey too. So Disney in Tokyo and Universal Studios in Japan do a big Christmas tree and everything. But this year they scaled it way back to limit the crowds. They limited attendance to really, really low. And this is all happening last year. Wow. A year ago at Christmas, this was all going on. Wow. Here's Universal Studios. So they have their little Harry Potter world. So maybe they decorate trees near Hogwarts or something. So I'm looking for KFC. It's all just random commercials. But it's holiday related. It's Christmas commercials, so... Yeah, but this was last year's. When the world was innocent and not plague-ridden. Yeah, right. So, McDonald's originally... Because KFC started in the 70s to really establish this. Because it was just exotic enough. Like, KFC was in Japan, I think, since the 70s. And just exotic enough that they were something that people didn't do very often. And just the regular chicken. So they did this barrel. I think they called it a barrel instead of a bucket. They did a barrel of chicken, and it included like a pie and some side dishes, like some macaroni gratin or something, some different casserole type dishes in a big KFC container. And so that became, because there wasn't really traditional Christmas food, nobody's going to bake a ham or roast a large roast beef or a turkey, because it's impossible. So nobody would do that. So that became a kind of default thing. It was happy for the kids. Christmas was a very foreign holiday. It matched the foreign feel of the holiday. So Kentucky Fried Chicken started to really become this default, and kids kind of remember it as, oh, it's only at Christmas. They never ate KFC any other time, but their parents would bring home the big barrel of chicken, and it was, so they have a lot of Asian flavors now. They have a lot of Japanese and Asian flavors, but if you have just the default, like, original recipe KFC, it's very different from Japanese fried chicken style, so felt very foreign during a foreign holiday, and was something for kids to do at home. Like the Christmas party is the thing at home, like a family Christmas party, or maybe friends if you're a student. Christmas party, and you eat Christmas cake, and with families, it's KFC. So KFC really took over, and so McDonald's tried to get a piece of that, having like holiday themed meals, and didn't ever take them over. But Mossburger, a domestic, which we just saw, I should have paused it, a domestic hamburger chain in Japan, has kind of done that, because they do chicken also, and so they did chicken sets for your holiday dinner. Yeah, and so you can also book in advance, I think, a roast chicken. They started to do the roasted chickens at KFC, so you have to do reservations for that, but you can, and they're pretty expensive, but you can get a roasted chicken, and everything is anime advertising. So let's take a look and see what else. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I was just talking about. So here's KFC's holiday Christmas. Snoopy. Yeah, Snoopy and the Peanuts license is so huge in Japan. It's been here forever, and there's banks and eyeglass companies, and a lot of eyeglass makers and things that have been licensing Snoopy forever. So I guess the last year was a Snoopy. Oh, and there's Christmas cakes. So you see those stands always around this season with the strawberry shortcakes with a little marzipan Santa on them. And so, yeah, people are buying Christmas cakes for their Christmas party. So yeah, those tables, well, they're repainting their house. Those tables are everywhere around the train stations and things. And let's see what else. And they just get weirder and weirder. Let's see if I can find any more, if there's any more KFC. And then I'll just try to go strictly to KFC commercials. Oh, that was pizza. Yeah, so 7-Eleven, the convenience stores do reservations for holiday kind of obento or meals for the New Year's. So they just kind of stuck with New Year's, which KFC is trying to say you can have chicken on New Year's as well. They're trying to do that too, but it doesn't match as well because they don't have the oh, here, this might be the meal. They don't have the foreign feeling. It's a very family, Japanese style holiday. So they don't have a foreign feel. So that matching the foreign fried chicken, Kentucky Fried, Southern Fried Chicken, with a foreign holiday doesn't match as well. So this is not KFC. It's a grocery store chain. But, oh yeah, there we go. So that's the look and feel. And we're selling Google whatever. Okay, there we go. Here's another KFC. So yeah, here's the kind of holiday. So it's like, looks like a chicken pot pie. Yeah, but they do like a Christmas, Christmas boxes. So there's a small set. So that's a Japanese Christmas party, or the image, and Minions, of course. Oh wait, was that a McDonald's logo? Yeah, it's just promoting whatever. Oh yeah, that was McDonald's. Yeah, so weird. Yeah, fully animated, like an anime McDonald's commercial. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, and it's the croquet, like the deep fried either potato or sometimes shrimp. Oh no, yeah, cream. Cream. Weird. All right, and continue our time traveling. We're going back to Okay, Japan thing. Going back to 2018, even more wildly optimistic and happy times. Sorry, I'm just scanning for some. Oh yeah, McDonald's does pushes nuggets, chicken nuggets for Christmas. Ugh, it's even a further step down. Yeah, but that's more New Year's. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, convenience stores got to get their thing in there. So sorry, just trying to scan for some more KFC or fast food. Oh, there's the barrel. Yeah, so Christmas is a big time, yeah, too, for couples. So it's a more like Valentine's Day. It's a romantic holiday. So you go look at the lights with your girlfriend or boyfriend and have a romantic dinner. Make a reservation at an expensive restaurant and. Yikes. All right. Yeah, that was a pretty gruesome KFC commercial. Okay. I guess that was supposed to just be comedy. They weren't really selling chicken. Oh, more KFC. Let's see. Oh no, this is they're selling. Is this 7-Eleven fried chicken? Wow. So what are we gonna do? We don't want to do anything that. Oh, so Coca-Cola. Oh, jeez. Convenience store fried chicken. Happy holidays. Yeah, I mean you can get everything for a dinner, for like a full dinner at a convenience store. That's crazy. So they're even like trying to go around KFC because I bet it's cheaper than KFC too. Maybe not so good, but wow. They're promoting buying everything for your Christmas party at 7-Eleven. Jeez. Oh, the PS4 of 2 years ago. Yeah, the Christmas party. Huh. Okay, let me go back to the search here. Oh, these look older too because they're in a different aspect ratio. There's the barrel. Look at that big Christmas barrel. Yikes. What is this, 2010? Oh, still 2010 was the square aspect ratio? That doesn't seem right. Kentucky Christmas. Yeah, so that was the first in the 70s, their first slogan was something like that, like Kentucky for Christmas, I think was the first slogan that they did. And it was that took off. It was just very popular. Here we're back to the same fella, same channel. Kentucky Christmas. Look at that. What a happy family eating fried chicken. Yeah, so that 2010 though, that was the barrel. That was the original promotion that they did. So they just gave you a big container that everything was in, and yeah, because I think in the U.S. that literally is full of only chicken, and everything else is like in separate bags and boxes and things. But literally, the bucket is full of fried chicken. It's like 12 pieces, 20 pieces of fried chicken. But not, yeah. In Japan, there's enough space to put to put everything. Let's see what else here. Add more Disney. Yeah, so sorry, I don't have the sound up on this just to try to help the copyright stuff, whatever. NAKB, the democratically elected idol group. Yeah, here's so this is a department store chain, not a department store, like a discount. Just a chain of shopping. What is it? What would they be considered? I guess it'd be like a Target. Like Aeon is closer to like a Target or a but not like the classic department store. Yeah, so there's the convenience stores are pushing really hard. Buy our fried chicken. Wow. Yeah, so just fried chicken, but there's just more Japanese style though. I think. Uh, Crazy. Oh, Toys R Us. Sorry, let's see here. Yeah, Japanese Christmas commercials are funny because they're trying to get the whole thing across. And yeah, the praying girl, interesting. Yeah, they got the little bit religious component in there. Oh, your favorite idol. Come on, KFC. Oh, there we go. Oh no, Family Mart. Wow. Yeah, so I'm not sure this is 2016 if this is appropriate, if that's the date matches the time. So 2016, yeah, already the convenience stores were trying to get in on the KFC action. It's amazing. So somebody just records Japanese TV commercials, edits them together, and posts them on YouTube. Amazing. Okay, let's see if we can find some more than. So 2018. Oh, here's this year's Christmas. Is it twins or just a mirrored girl? Yeah, so hasn't digital technology like basically made twins unnecessary? You don't have to actually pay two salaries. You can just take one actress and double. There's the Christmas cake. Yeah, there we go. Strawberries on top. Yeah, so like a strawberry shortcake. That's a very standard. I think because of the color scheme, and of course there's chocolate too, but they do. Because of the color scheme. I think that's a very standard. And tiramisu or creme brulee style. Yeah, very standard Christmas cake in Japan is the strawberries standing up, dusted with powdered sugar. What is this? DIY Christmas party. What a lovely commercial. Oh, Brother Printers. Yeah, nice. Fujifilm. Jeez. Yeah, everyone is kind of backing off. They know they don't want to encourage people to have big parties. And Toys R Us. Yeah, so kids get, I mean, it may be changing a little bit in recent times, but like traditionally you literally get one present for Christmas, like one toy that you want, because the other thing that happens is New Year's, your grandparents and aunts and uncles give you cash to go out and buy whatever you want around New Year's. So Christmas can't be the kind of deluge of presents because you're going to get money for the real family New Year, or for your really real family holiday. Oh, sorry. More anime. There's a lot of mobile game promotion, it looks like. That's bizarre. Yeah. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, so now you see all that stuff is gone. All the images of happy families, happy family Christmas parties is gone for 2020. So depressing. Yeah, this is that same Aeon, that chain of. They do have grocery stores, and I can't think of what that's called. Like a Woolworths, basically. You know, like what Woolworths used to be, like a cheap department store. Look at all that max value. And more cakes. So you gotta order your cakes. Get your cakes. Yeah, this is what Christmas looks like here. It's very different. Oh yeah, Baskin Robbins selling some ice cream cakes. And it's really different though. They're not showing so many happy scenes, you know, of like big groups of people enjoying Christmas parties. This is typically ridiculous. Japanese choreographed commercials. Oh, here we go. Oh, this might be Moss Burger. Yeah, it's Moss again. They have the handle. I don't know why they keep promoting that. Chicken with a handle. Yeah, Mossburger. They're trying to get that KFC. And here's McDonald's for Christmas. Yeah, but I think just matching the foreign, foreign fast food and foreign holiday is enough. And it gives kind of kids those funny memories. Like Christmas is kind of a foreign import holiday. And, I think they have like a 30-piece or something. They have this giant, like 30-piece chicken nugget for Christmas. Okay, we'll subscribe. We'll ring the bell. But yeah, that's it. I don't want to watch commentaries of and non-Christmas. There we go. Kentucky for Christmas. Oh, this might be a little documentary. Yeah. So 1974. Yeah, Kentucky for Christmas was the first time that they promoted that. And it just matched. And that's like that's what has to happen. It just has to make sense in the culture, or else, like, because trick or treating doesn't make sense, so they don't have that component of trick or treating. They want to dress in costumes in Japan for for Halloween, but they don't have trick or treating. So Christmas, Iwa Kentucky. Yeah, barrel. Yeah, party barrel. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, because there was no traditional food. Yeah, like I said, no baked ham or anything. Wow, look at the lines at KFC to get your barrels. Yeah, you have to special order. The dinners themselves have to be ordered in advance, so they take reservations, and then you have to stand in a line to get them. Jeez. How fun. How Christmas. Yeah. And it's just because there just wasn't a food. There is so much in 1 week. There's going to be a lot of holiday food for the new year. So they need something simple and not, something complicated to cook. And because Christmas isn't Japanese, it doesn't feel Japanese at all, but kids like it. Then I don't want to, no. Then they here's an unboxing from 2018. All right, here we go. So there's the barrel, and they don't even, it doesn't narrow like a bucket. It literally is a cylinder, isn't it? The Christmas barrel. Yikes. Yeah, I wonder how much. It's probably like $40 or $50 would be my guess for like the biggest one. Oh, there's the roast turkey, which is not in the barrel. Oh, and the kids champagne. I don't know. It may be non-alcoholic, so kids can drink it, because this is mostly for kids. So it's probably, they have a thing called shamari. Shamari is like a baby champagne, so it's just like a sparkling apple juice or something. Oh, look at the plates. Oh no, that's right, you get a commemorative. That's what that is. Yeah, the top, they do dishes and coffee mugs and stuff. So yeah, the top of the barrel gives you your commemorative. This would be what, 2008 plate. And a bag of roasted chicken. Lovely. What is that? Oh no, it's the little things to put on the end of the drumsticks, and your instructions for how to dress your chicken. Oh yeah, so because it's 2018, so you're taking a photo of it. Oh, and they give you carving instructions, because there's not a lot of full turkeys or birds here, that so Japanese people wouldn't know how to carve a chicken. They give you carving instructions, and they have the little covers for the drumsticks. That's great. Oh, and look at the doily on the tray here. Ugh, that looks pretty dry. Nice. Wow, that's funny. So what is that? Oh, gravy. Oh, well, they give you a little pouch of gravy. Yeah, it's just these little levels, little layers of stuff. Forks. There's the dessert. Some kind of... Is that? What is that? Ooh. And a salad. Yeah, there should be some sort of casserole thing. So there's a cake in there somewhere and some kind of casserole thing. Yeah, this is just a desperate, looks like a desperate office party, Christmas office party. Wow. It's a lot of forks, though. How many people do they expect this to be able to feed? So there's... Wow, so you have a roast chicken and fried chicken. And I didn't see what was in that bag. Potatoes or something. Yeah, that's got to be the dessert, the cake. Look at this tiny kitchen. Look at this tiny kitchen. Oh my god. Well, thank you, whoever this is. Oh, look at these guys. Thank you, Drew Adams, for unboxing that for us. Oh, China. Oh, they're trying to do it in China. Oh, I saw the most disgusting thing. There was a, I think it was McDonald's. Chinese McDonald's did a Spam Oreo cookie crumbs mayonnaise sandwich as a exclusive promotional. I don't know if that does not seem real. Like, that sounds like the worst combination. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 81. So only maybe 10, less than 10 years, maybe 5 years after this tradition like really kicked in. Bonsai. Yeah, see all of the foreign business. Love this. Very 80s, all the foreign business done in Japan. You gotta, there's that. Taking the colonels to the prison camp there. Yeah, so these big fiberglass Colonel Sanders statues are common outside of every one of the shops, and then they dress them in the Santa suit. Hey, Elise! Oh, Merry Christmas! Sorry, I totally missed your message. Merry Christmas! I hope you're doing well. I hope, yeah, things are happy and safe for you in Australia. It's been so long. Yeah, a former co-worker. Wow. So nice. Yeah, haven't talked in a while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is a little bit of a documentary. I thought it was gonna see if there's any fun images. Yeah, the restaurants look pretty similar. Interiors, I think it's the same design. Wow. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Elise. Okay, so just yeah, and it's not specifically Christmassy. It wasn't. I mean, it's not. It's just talking about the business presence, so not specifically. Wow. Doing the dedication. Yeah, not specifically Christmas. All right. Banned KFC commercial. Yeah, so we're out of Christmas. It's just weird Japanese. Wow, that's right. Look, I'm recommended in my list of recommended. I'm live now. Wow. Yeah, so Merry Christmas. I'm trying to think if there's any other funny... Yeah, I think KFC is the biggest thing and probably has the biggest TV presence. But it was funny to see how many convenience stores are kind of getting in on the act. Ooh. Trying to get in on the act for Christmas. Did we already watch this one? I'll just put this on in the background. Oh, yeah, we already watched this one. The do-it-yourself brother printer for the holidays. Yeah, too bad. Random commercials. I think this is one we haven't gone through, but as a background. So, yeah, I hope I hope everyone can have a decent holiday. It seems really really put a damper on things, and I mean, I guess it's it's a logical precaution, but it really sucks that the elderly are more at risk, and the mortality, the death rate related to older people is going to keep people apart over the holidays. And I remember something I heard, a podcast or something I was listening to. They were talking about the grandparents said, I just want to see my grandkids. I don't have that many years left. If they're shortened by a flu, a horrible flu, it would still have been worth it to be with family instead of being isolated. So, I don't know. And expecting grandparents to operate Zoom or FaceTime or whatever to be able to say hello to people is pretty depressing as well. So, we'll see. We'll see what comes of this and how critical people are. But it's so sad that so much of this is being used as kind of power grabs and kind of restructuring things and doing things that they've wanted to do, politically or business wise for a while, and just brings out the worst in everyone. All right, any more funny? This is all just like straight stuff. Yeah, there's plenty of time if you want to. What was that? If you want to. Just some ramen with a senbei on top. Okay, nice. All right, so yes, Japanese commercials are odd and all over YouTube. Okay, let's write some cartoons for Christmas. So this will be it. This will be the last bit of Christmas cartoonery, unless there's some funny aftermath jokes. So let's see what I can come up with. So I was... Sorry, I was not in Photoshop. Clicking shortcuts. I'm having technical difficulties here. So clicking shortcuts, and there we go. We're back. And having them be in OBS is always fun. So the stream's not over yet. We're still trying to write these things. Yes, what's going on here? Okay, yes, fine. Yeah, there's something very strange going on. There we go. So did I draw something? Yeah, I accidentally drew something. So let's not have that. Okay. So something about the gingerbread real estate. It was like what, Chinatown, the who is that? Is that Roman Polanski? The Jack Nicholson movie. So uncovering the behind the facade. Facade of this is a long one and has a lot of typos. Actually, if I'm typing this, sorry, let me shift this keyboard closer. Here we are. So behind the facade. Oh, yeah, this is going to be really long. Maybe that's not going to work. Behind the facade of the gingerbread real estate racket, there were always... Ooh, how did I spell always? With a 2. It's better with a 2. Okay. Behind the facade of the gingerbread real estate racket, there were always victims. I should maybe try to come up with something a little bit more 40s noir. But behind the facade... Oh, there's another missing article here. Racket? Yeah, so racket makes it sound criminal. Yeah, racket is kind of gangster and film noir-y. Behind the facade of the gingerbread real estate racket, there are always victims. I don't know if this is going to come across. It's just going to be one of those very random humor ones, but real estate racket, there were always victims. All right. Yeah, so fake gingerbread houses. Something like that. That's a really long one, though. Okay. So... running out of wrapping paper. Let's see. What is happening? So the I should make all the boxes sad, maybe, because they won't be Christmas gifts. That might work. So just some little sad faces. All right. There we go. Okay, so the lack of wrapping paper, the end of wrapping paper. Running out of wrapping paper. Something like that. I can't believe we watch so many Japanese Christmas commercials. Okay. So, yeah, what would that be called? Like a shortage? Not a shortage, but it's a complete yeah, the complete end of. So running out of something, or I don't know. So what is actually going on? So there's gifts that are not going to get wrapped, and there's a little bit of wrapping paper confronting a cardboard tube. Yeah, so they promised. They never thought they would run out of. They would reach their limit so soon. They never thought. In the holiday rush, during this holiday, they didn't suspect. So something about running out of, or not being enough for each other. Some kind of funny, like they thought they could wrap. Yeah. So something about, he promised her they would be able to wrap, endless Christmas presents together. Yeah, so the realizing they would not be wrapping all the presents or being able to wrap all the presents. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it's just not enough. Not enough paper. Let's try something here. They promised each other. Yeah, something about running out or not being enough. I gotta find a good, a quick, clever way to say that. So embarrassingly, they were embarrassed. They had one job and were completely unable to do it. Yeah, so something about, because originally I had some jokey idea about how bad this Christmas is going to be, how different or bad. Like you can't re-gift, depression and despair and misery that was given this Christmas. Given this Christmas, I can actually. It's not gonna make quite something like that might work with this. It doesn't quite make sense. You're not seeing any actual physical representation of that. Yeah, their failed plan to re-gift something like that. Their plan to re-gift, there might be a hyphen in that, like this. Despair, sadness, yeah. Had failed. So instead of making it a romance thing, just make it that idea of, from this year. This miserable damn year. Their plan to regift all the sadness, despair, and misery from this year had failed. I don't know. There's not a lot of, not a lot of reference to anything in the picture. It's sad things that possibly might be getting regifted. Yeah, that might work. Their plan to regift all the sadness, despair, and misery from this year had failed. You gotta keep it yourself. You're stuck with it. Their plan to regift all the sadness, despair, and misery from this year had failed. That's horrible. Horrible regifting. Behind the facade of the gingerbread real estate racket, there were always victims. A victim cookie victim, ginger victim bread. Ugh. All right. Oh yeah, let me see. I'm always curious how this thing looks on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, thank you, and let me know. I'm gonna like myself. Yeah, that works okay. Oh, I see. So any comments in the actual Facebook page? Ah, I see. I see. So comments on the post on Facebook end up in the chat. I see. So it's not very conversational. All right. Nice. All right. So, oh, so now I'm writing to myself. So I hopefully none of you can see that. Now nobody in YouTube or Twitch can see that, but I replied on the Facebook. So very strange. Very odd. So I think that's going to work for these cartoons. So sorry, another short stream, but yeah, it's getting to be that kind of difficult time to, difficult time to schedule. But I'll try to get in. I'll try to do. I got an unboxing thing that I'm gonna do on the other channel, maybe tonight. Sometime. Is a Christmas. It's not very Christmassy, but it's a Christmas type thing. And then I will try to be on sometime. It'd be funny if I get a hold of some KFC or something. That would be a fun stream after watching all the commercials. Yeah, I should just put a commercial on a loop and just eat chicken on stream. It's horrible. All right. But yeah, sorry about nothing from the convenience store, but commercials. I just brought you a bunch of TV commercials from 7-Eleven. But yeah, I think that's going to work for this year. Yeah, this year, right. So I won't be back until next year. Wow. So wrapping up a miserable 2020. Thank you so much for helping me through it. I mean, everybody that's regulars on the channel, I hope you're having happy and safe holidays now. So Sedona and K5 and Joe and everybody, and John, Dolly. I hope you're doing well, Dolly. Yeah, it's been a while. So been in touch. I will look for your streams online. But yeah, take care, everyone. Plexus, everybody that's been helping me with the stream and have been regular viewers. I really appreciate it. And big holiday thanks to Hyphonics for bestowing such wonderful people from his stream on mine. I got rated a year ago, and I've had a really happy live stream ever since. So I am eternally grateful. I have to next live stream I'll have to get on and say something thankful to them. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and enjoys the holidays. I hope it feels as normal, or at least as you get a little bit of a recharge and a little bit of a distraction during this time, because it's ridiculous. And let's hang in there for next year and hope we can see that through. Let me take a look. Yeah, so 31st. Oh yeah, so the next stream would be New Year's Eve in Japan. So if I'm going to be home, which I think we are, we're not going to be doing anything. If I'm going to be home, then maybe I'll try a New Year's Eve stream as well. So Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve streams this year. Very bizarre, yeah. And it'll just be a bunch of anger and hatred about 2020 in the cartoons, I'm sure. Wow. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. So maybe New Year's Eve we will have a stream. So I can't promise, but I will try to do that. And if not, sometime over that next weekend. So hang in there. And yeah, hopefully everyone is enjoying themselves right now with family and friends and not eating KFC. I think that would be the worst possible thing you could do for Christmas. All right. So everybody take care, and I'll see you next week, New Year's Eve. Wow. So Merry Christmas. And if I'm not back on, Happy New Year. So take care, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.